So what are we doing, Speedy?
We are currently going into the hallway of Cox Media to see where all the studios are. So just in case, give us the tour. This is just in case.
This is going to be 97.3 The Zone. We're getting ready for our official press conference at 2 o'clock today.
So Justin, tell me about...
you don't have to hold a fake mic.
I know that you're really excited about the Zone, okay? I mean, you really are. We all
absolutely.
Are. But is there some emotion that comes with the last song on the Buck?
Well, of course. I mean, it's the... It takes,
you're a program.
How much thought went into that?
Well, a lot actually. 97 through the Zone. That's where
that was the Buck.
That's where everything's going to originate out of. This will be the studio for Eli and Stan and guests and stuff like that.
And that'd be the producing room, or that is?
This will be the producing.
Okay. How you doing? I'm good. How are you doing?
You look good.
Well, I hope so. So do you. This is my little... Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Speedy.
We're on camera. I'm sorry.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. You know, Speedy does.
It's just a family reunion around here.
How y'all doing? Hey, Tom Yielding.
You give people too much, Speedy.
Do what?
You give people too much.
No, I don't.
Embarrassing.
No, what, see this before you entered the realm of
What's
Rick
up,
and
ladies?
Bubba,
I noticed.
There was me and
Lots
these
of lady
ladies.
friends. I just.
Well, yeah, man, I can't help who works here.
No, listen, you know what happened?
It's going great.
I know you're trying to be nice. You know what I mean? Every day. And then you're like, I need a minute to kind of transition to the rest of that day.
I'll be driving home and I'll go.
Internal.
Hurricane Shane, right here, the legend, is standing in front of us. I mean, he's like right here.
Good afternoon and welcome to Cox Media Group. First off, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Ray Nelson, the Vice President General Manager of WZZK, 1069 Eagle, and soon, in about a half hour, to be the General Manager of 97.3 The Zone. I'd like to take credit for this, but I really can't. The credit belongs to John Olson and David DuBose. David's our Vice President and Market Manager. John Olson's our Program Director. John's right here. I'd like to thank the advertisers. When we started to embark on this venture a few days ago, we felt that we had, our research told us that we had a very good product that we were going to put together. And to the advertising community, thank you for your amazing support before it's even on the air. I know that Alabama and Auburn have released their depth charts this week, and likewise, 97.3 The Zone would like to do the same. And with that, I'd like to introduce to you Program Director John Olson.
When David came to me a couple of months ago and said, we want to try and put together a team for a sports station, I never imagined that I would be standing anywhere near these guys right here, and I'm sure they would have said the same thing. Who is this guy and why is he standing near me? But we have an unbelievably great team that we've put together. This is going to be a radio station that, of course, is going to be about Auburn and Alabama. It's going to be about the SEC, but it's also going to be a radio station that's about all sports. It's going to be talk about more than just college football. I think we've got an amazing team. The morning show is going to be Eli Gold and Stan White. They're going to be on every day from 6 a.m. until 9 a.m. Eli, when I called him, I couldn't believe I actually got him on the phone. I just wanted to see if he would help us with a project or two, and he said that if it was available, he would like to do mornings on the radio station. And once I put my tongue back in my mouth, we worked out a deal, and then he contacted Stan White, and now we think we have an amazing morning show. Eli Gold and Stan White, the voice of the Crimson Tide, and former Auburn quarterback Stan White. From there, we talk to some other folks. We are very interested also in the person who will be doing 9 to noon every day, Tim Brando. Tim has been on as a guest in the market on radio stations. Tim Brando does the CBS College Football Today every Saturday before the SEC games. Tim Brando will be on from 9 till noon every day. He brings a lot of energy every day to his show. He's going to talk about the things that sports fans love. Of course, a lot of college football, but Tim's also going to talk about some other stuff. We're very excited about him. After Tim Brando is going to be Matt Coulter. Matt is going to be on every day from noon to 3. Matt's been in the market here for a good long time. He knows everybody. You can't walk anywhere and find somebody that doesn't know Matt Coulter. Very excited about Matt, and his producer, Dave McDaniel, will be handling noon to 3. And then from 3 to 7, Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba do an amazing morning show on WZZK. We're going to run the replay every day from 3 to 7. If you miss something in the morning, you'll be able to hear it in the afternoon. Rick and Bubba also talk a great deal about sports, so if you're a sports fan, this is going to be a great show for you. The rest of the day is going to be Yahoo Sports Radio. Recently, Yahoo Sports has covered big stories like what happened in Miami, to the University of Miami with the scandal down there. They're a great sports brand and currently the biggest online sports brand that there is, and we're very happy to carry Yahoo Sports Radio for the rest of the day. Plus, we'll have the Atlanta Falcons on Sundays, select college football games. We have a great lineup. We're very excited about it. I'm going to turn it over now to Eli and Stan. Say a few words.
Good to see everybody. Thank you for being with us. And I think in Stan and my cases, we've been good friends and we've worked together in a number of projects over the years. So the marriage, if you will, of Alabama and Auburn for this program, I think was very much natural. And I think we also will approach this program the same way. We're both relatively conservative. We don't yell, we don't scream, we don't make brash, unusual, and off-the-wall statements. And that's the approach we're going to take on our morning show. We're going to have real sports talk. We're not going to allow character assassination. We're not going to go off onto 9,000 tangents. If somebody wants to talk real sports, whether it's Bama, whether it's Auburn, somebody wants to talk about the Seahawks game against the Kansas City Chiefs, we'll talk about that. So it's the approach that I was lucky to take back when I started sports talk in this community back in the late 70s. I was the only show on the air at the time, and we talked sports. If you didn't like what we were talking about, well, there was nowhere else for you to go. Now, of course, there are other places to go, but we're just going to have a national sound, a responsible show that talks about real sports. And that's something that Stan and I discussed, and we're wanting that national show that's locally originated with a lot of big name guests, and that's the approach we're going to take.
When Eli called me a couple of months back about the show, I was hesitant as usual, like everyday morning show doing the Auburn Radio Network, another business. But as we talked more and more, Eli and I have worked together about 8 years in other projects, and we've become close friends. And both of us have similar roles in the fall where we said, you know, we have to have a show. We both, just to reiterate what he said, we want to have a national appeal show that just happens to be located in the heart of college football country, which is Birmingham, Alabama. We're coming off 2 national championships with Alabama 2 years ago, Auburn this year. College football is at an all-time high right now in revenue and in the state of Alabama. So it's going to be obviously a college-driven show, but we want to have a national appeal. We got the pennant races going on right now, the end of the golf season. We've got NASCAR. We've got a lot of things in sports. So we don't want to have a 2.5-hour show with college football and 20 minutes with baseball. I mean, we're going to let the show carry as callers want to hear about it. They want to talk about Auburn and Alabama, sure. We're not going to discourage that. But that's the thing we both agreed upon is we're not going to throw stones at other teams. We should be very proud in the state of Alabama of 4.5 million people that we've got 2 universities that's been at the top of the college world the last 2 years. We embrace that. We don't throw arrows at it. So that's the one thing that we wanted our show to be about, was a positive thing going on with the state of Alabama, but also nationally.
Of course, Stan did mention if we want to talk about Auburn or Alabama, he of course meant to say Alabama or Auburn. But other than that, we're just thought he was just. Folks, thank you so much for being here. We look forward to starting to talk to you tomorrow morning bright and early. Thank you.
You actually want me to say something?
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Coulter.
Matt Coulter, yes. It's been a long walk between drinks of water for this guy. I'm so glad to be back in the radio, and I'm reminded in 1969 when Eli's going to remember this. George Goebel appeared on the Tonight Show. He followed Bob Hope and Dean Martin. He said, "Did you ever get the feeling that the world is a tuxedo and you're a pair of brown shoes?" That's the way I feel between these two guys, these two shows. 1975, I went to the University of Alabama. I took Radio 101, and there was a guy sitting behind me. His name was David Dubose. And here we are, back together again. I'm very excited. From noon to 3, we will do a show that will be, it will be comprised mainly of interviews. It's going to be very interview-driven. Fortunately, I've been around long enough. They say it's experience, like Rick and Bubba just said. That means you're old. But I know a lot of people in the business, both in the media, both players, coaches, and I really look forward to doing noon to 3 on the Zone. And I really, really want to thank all you advertisers, because in about 4 days we put a whole bunch of business on a radio station. And I would like to personally thank our sales staff.
We're actually not here. This is an interview that was recorded this morning. You know, what a great opportunity. We've always felt like that, you know, that the product that we have on an afternoon replay was always searching for the things that could complement it. And, you know, because, you know, formats change so much and people's taste in music changes. And so it's such a wide variety. And we deal with that a lot. With it, because we do a show that has always been a talk show, and we've always felt like the best home for it in Birmingham is for the replay would be on something that was different than what we were doing in the mornings, and to try to see if we couldn't introduce more people who have different schedule to what we do. So we're excited. I think the sports format goes real well with what we do. We like sports. I don't know if y'all know this. I play a little ball, and
we've heard that, Rick.
But we, you know, our show, where Seinfeld was a show about nothing, ours is a show about anything. And one of the things, so we just talk about whatever we are interested in, and one of those things is sports.
And Rick is going to give us an opportunity to do a new contest that I've been wanting to do for years. It's called I Think I Look Like Stan White. I'm really excited about that.
Well, I am too, and I'll be your Eli Gold. Or Eli Bronze. But you know, we have a good time, and it kind of gives us another opportunity. As a matter of fact, we're negotiating with Cox Media right now that we actually do this show live and record the morning. Right. We think we would enjoy that sleeping habit a lot better. Yes. But I think it's going to be fun, and I think that we can be an asset to this, but we also think this format is going to be a great asset to what we do.
And I think it's a great marriage, and Matt alluded to it. We have a great sales department here, ladies. We've worked with you for many years.
Well done.
You do a great job. Cox is a great company, and we're very excited to be associated with it and these guys.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now,